What's up, ass faces? Welcome back to Lab Session 10, Episode 10, Bet with Juice. Thank you guys for tuning in on this Saturday afternoon. I hope everybody's having a great day so far, because I know we are, us Laker fans. We got the boy signed to an extension today. Let's go, Luka! Let's go! He's back. He's going to stay for a while. He's not leaving anytime soon, baby. Let's go. Really good news today. Let's go ahead and dive into yesterday's slips so we can get into today's slate of baseball games and UFC. We got some UFC bets going on today as well. I hope you guys are excited for that. Let's start off with the main slip from yesterday. We had Addison Barger for a single. Brother went 0 for yesterday, never got a single. Brian Reynolds did his job. 5 hits, runs, RBIs. We needed him for 1.5. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. We had Manny Machado, Nick, the dog, Kurtz. He wasn't a dog yesterday. We had them for 1.5 bases. They both finished at 1. Can't complain. Same thing with Cal Rayleigh. We had him for 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He had 1. As you guys can see, 1, 1, 1. It's not like they went 0 for. We'll take that. I mean, a loss is we don't want a loss, but we also don't want people going over throughout our entire slip. So we're okay with that. We ride Manny Machado. I'm not too sure what happened. I don't know if he got walked or what. What I don't know. The next slip that we had actually did better. Well, that was the gut slip. We probably should have mixed that one in with Brian Reynolds. We did have Christian Yelich, 1.5 total bases. He cleared that at 2. Nick Castellanos, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, cleared it at 4. Same thing with Juan Carlos Stanton, absolutely cleared it with 5. Um, our guy Taylor Ward didn't get his. I believe he went 0 for. Not sure if he got walked at all. And then Manny, like I said, only had 1 base, and Julio had no bases at all. So thank you for that, Julio. We appreciate it as always. We did have one guy hit a home run. Not going to take a lot of credit for it because it was in Colorado, and 17-16. That was the score. So you could have taken anybody to hit a home run, and I think you probably would have gotten it. So thank you, O'Neill Cruz. Like I said, Yelich, he had a good game, just didn't get a home run, and Manny and Julio sucked. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. We are going to move on to today's slate. I'll get into that right now. Games have already started. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I already put out the slip for the day. We got Tigers and Phillies first game up. Absolute pitcher's duel with Scooball and Zach Wheeler. Not a lot of runs should be scored. Phillies, there it is. Phillies strike out a lot, and Tariq Skubal is just a dog. So we're not touching that game at all. The very next game on the slip is the first gentleman going on our prop bets today. Brewers versus Nationals. We got Contreras, brother of William or Wilson. I get him confused, but I think it's William. Pretty sure it's William. $10 says it's William. Guess what? We got our walk, boys. I'm looking at it now. This was the reasoning behind it. The guy has 3 walks against the pitcher today. I'm so glad it happened live on channel. This was one of my favorite ones. I was kind of scared. Jake Irvin, not a great pitcher for the Nationals. William Contreras, not Wilson. Wilson is his brother. He plays for the Cardinals. But I was right. William. 4 for 12, 1 single, 1 double, and 2 home runs against Jake Irvin. But he also has 3 walks. So when I was looking at this game, very first game that we came across, right there, I wanted to take his bases. I said, no, Jake Irvin's not going to want to pitch to the guy. He's going to try his best to pitch around him. Already got it on the first at bat. That is awesome. Greened out. Very next game is Astros versus Red Sox. We got Trevor Story. Oops. Trevor Story, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. I believe he's batting fifth or sixth in the lineup. Hopefully the guys, the dudes, the absolute dogs. Oh, they're already down 2-0. But he hasn't came up yet. They actually haven't came up. It's top of the first. He is batting fifth in the lineup tonight. I'm hoping Roman Anthony and Ref Snyder could get on for him. He brings him in the first inning, second inning. Who knows? The pitcher, he's not too bad for the Astros. Gordon, Colton Gordon. He hasn't been having a great season so far. Trevor Story, next gentleman on the slip. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Next game is another pitcher's duel. We got Bailey Ober versus Tanner Bibby. Not taking anybody from those teams, as we said before. The Twins gave up everybody in the trade deadline. They don't have a team anymore. And the Guardians love betting on themselves. Tanner Bibby, not so much, but just not going with any Guardians anytime soon. Next game, another pitcher's duel. Hate to say it, but Yankees versus Marlins. You got Cam Schlittler versus Perez. Yuri Perez. Not taking any Marlins. I did see a lot of people on Kyle Stowers today, so if you can still get it in, I don't think it started yet. Kyle Stowers would be a good player to look at during that game. Other than that, not going with anybody. Giants versus Mets. Same matchup for the Mets for Kodai Senga as last Sunday. And I was heavy on him, and I said he was going to do great. He did okay, but Chapman had 2 home runs against him last Sunday. We left him off today's slip. He is going on the gut slip, but I left him off the main slip. 2 home runs during the last game. I don't think he could, copy that today. And they're playing in New York. I think Senga probably has a better game today, at least against Chapman, hopefully. Next game on the slip, we got Rangers versus Mariners. It's another guy going on the gut slip. Josh Smith is leading off today. He has good numbers against Castillo, I believe, that's pitching today. And so I wanted to go with them at first on the main slip, but I didn't want to get greedy, and I just said, you know what? Let's leave him off. Let's leave him off for the day because I don't trust the Rangers sometimes, honestly. They kind of scare me. Except Seager, he's a great guy. Um, Smith is going on the gut slip for a run. Braves versus Reds. Next gentleman going on the slip. Our boy, this is one of my favorite players in the last couple of years, Gavin Lux. He has one single against Spencer Strider, and they are playing in the Speedway Classic today. It's going to be a great game, great environment. Like I said, 1 for 2 against Spencer Strider, one single. Spencer Strider is a really good pitcher. Really like the guy as a pitcher. Hasn't been doing too great this season. I do believe he has a good game today. Not a lot of guys from the Reds will get hits, except Gavin. Gavin will get on base at least once today. Hopefully against Spencer. If not, maybe somebody in the bullpen. We'll see what happens. Next guy up on the slip, D-backs and Athletics. They're back in Sacramento. You guys might have never heard of this guy. Used to play for the Yankees. Gio Urshela has kind of dumb numbers against Zach Gallen. I saw it right away, and it was just a gut feeling. I said, we're going to Gio. Hopefully he starts today. That's the one thing that kind of scares me. He might not be in the starting lineup. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He is 2 for 3 against Zach Gallen, who's been absolutely terrible this year. And he stayed with the Diamondbacks. A lot of guys got traded at the deadline. He stayed. I don't think he does too good, but the 2 for 3, he has 2 doubles. Gio Urshela has 2 doubles. So with that kind of contact, I think as long as somebody is in front of him, he brings them in, cashes that easily. White Sox versus Angels, next game up. I used to love betting on this guy in the very beginning of the season. Great catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. We are going, let me see. I don't have it written down right there. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. That's going on the main slip. And the next game for the night, the last game, is Cardinals versus Padres. We will not be betting on anybody as far as not in the one guy in the gut slip, but we are going to do a game stat for that one. So we will have, because that's going to be a lot of runs scored in that game. Um, Cardinals versus Padres, like I said, two very, very bad pitchers. Let me show you guys the UFC slip for tonight as well. We got UFC Fight Night. You got Nick Klein, money line. Rodolfo Vieira by submission. Danny Silva, big upset on the card tonight. He's at plus 340 on the money line. Then we got Dos Santos money line against Neil Magny. And then Chris Duncan, another upset tonight. Hopefully they can get it done. That pays out, actually. That's a really cool payout. Sent it to one of my friends. He got it in for us. That is $9 to pay almost a grand. Let's see if I can focus. I don't think I can. Not at all. But I showed you guys on the notebook. Hopefully it kind of showed up. $9 to win $9.79, okay? Let's get into, like I said, that Cardinals Padres game is going to be absolutely terrible. Michael McGreevy versus Randy Vasquez. We will have a game stack for that later. Not going to put it on channel. If you guys follow me on Instagram, tail that. Tail that for sure. That is the notebook for the day. Let's get into the main slip. Like I said, I already told you guys. We got William Contreras greened out on his first at bat for one walk. You got Trevor Story up next. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Gavin Lux for a single. Gio Urshela and Logan O'Hoppe. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Boys, I feel really, really good about this one today. And then the main slip, or sorry, the gut slip. I told you guys I wanted to go William for the bases. He already got walked, but I do believe he gets that later in the game. Josh Smith for a run. Matt Chapman, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He just dominates Kodai Senga again today. Logan O'Hoppe, kind of one of my favorite bets today. And then our guy, Alec Burleson, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs as well. Same thing with Manny Machado, but we're going 2.5 for the red little demon guy right there. That's 326 to pay 176. Nothing too crazy. Just wanted to go with the gut slip. We do have a couple other things going on, but I hope everybody enjoys the UFC fights tonight. Hope everybody enjoys the MLB slate. And if you're a Laker fan, cheers, baby. Let's go. Let's hit something tonight. Peace.